Whistle puro. Enga Thala Dhoni ku periya whistle adinga. Ga ga. I think this is the team everyone was waiting for, and we are. You can see my background. I don't support Chennai, but I love the team because of Dhoni. And we've got Rishi today, all the way from Sydney, who's a die-hard CSK fan. So we'll have a fun chat. We'll have a fun chat with Rishi. So Rishi, thanks for joining us all the way from Sydney.
No worries, man. Anything for CSK and number Dhoni.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, before we crack on with Rishi's fan 11 prediction, let me just quickly, briefly tell the viewers that what CSK did in the auction. CSK bought Piyush Chawla, they got Sam Curran, they got Josh Hazelwood, and their uncapped players are Sai Kishore. So it's quite only four players were bought, but I think the squad is quite sorted in terms of that. The bad news was that Suresh Raina opted out of the IPL for personal reasons. No one knows those personal reasons. So he's out, and Harbhajan also personal reasons. So we don't know about. Okay, so let's crack on to Rishi's 11. That's his predicted 11. So Rishi, you have Shane Watson, Nambati Raidu opening.
Mhm.
Kedar Jadhav at 3. That is interesting. Dhoni at 4. Bravo. Ravindra Jadeja, Piyush Chawla, Sam Curran, Deepak Chahar, Shardul Thakur, Imran Tahir. So you have your foreigners as Imran Tahir, Sam Curran, Bravo, and Shane Watson. So just briefly talk me through it, the reason to get Jadhav one down.
Yeah, man. So my main reason was, yeah, I know we have Murli Vijay there, but I don't think he's been in form recently, and I don't want to mess with the opening partnership of Shane Watson and Ambati Raidu because they've been doing really well for us in the last two seasons. So
Yeah.
like like my Thala, I'm very thing on emotions and keeping the same squad throughout. So yeah, that is one of the reasons I had to bring Jadhav up because when it comes to the foreigners, we could have slotted Faf in there,
Yeah.
made him come one down and Jadhav on number two, but like the four foreigners, I think are pretty set for CSK, because Shane Watson, Dwayne Bravo, and Tahir are like mainstays,
Yeah.
and I really love Sam Curran, and I really want him to be in the 11. I think he's a very good star of the future, so that's one of the reasons why my batting order is a bit unique. I would say Kedar Jadhav at number three, but yeah, these
But
are
I
the main
mean,
reasons.
if you had to go unique, you can only go with Dhoni's team being unique because it's Dhoni. He
Yeah,
can get those combinations right. Maybe he changes the way Kedar Jadhav plays. Maybe he'll give Kedar Jadhav more of a Raina role rather than Kedar Jadhav
yeah,
being a finisher. Coming in the 14th, 15th, 16th over and just whacking the ball. So that way it's good. Bowling wise, I want to ask you because the wicket would be quite slow in UAE, Dubai, and Sharjah. Everyone's talking about average scores of 140, 150. What I think is your bowling is quite well stocked up. Deepak Chahar with his knuckleballs and slow balls quite good. Sam Curran is a very good death bowler, which I
yeah.
think would be very handy for you guys. Piyush Chawla going for 6.75 crores. I was a little, but he's like a IPL stalwart. He's very experienced.
Yeah,
So that's the good part. And Imran Tahir, everyone knows he's a
he's
very
fine.
good bowler.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I see a good balance. Since we've been reviewing all the teams, we're always speaking a lot about the bowling. Because
hmm
if Chennai is batting first and they've only scored 140, 150, they do have the bowling to curtail the
yeah,
opposition to win the game. They have
yeah.
match winners like Tahir is a match winner, Deepak Chahar is a match winner, Piyush Chawla, and my favorite player after Dhoni in the CSK team is Ravindra Jadeja. He would fit into any world team right now.
Yeah.
Because he's an asset to have.
He's like they call him the rock star. So Shane once given a correct name for him. He's
Talwar
pretty
bazi.
good. Yeah, with his Talwar Bazi and like I think he's that before Ravindra Jadeja came into the team,
Yeah.
our CSK team was always like a gentleman team. We had
Yeah,
always
yeah,
the nice guys and things. So he got that little bit of spark and that showmanship into our team, like with him and Bravo coming into the team, and they have been great strengths for us with their showmanship and
Like
quality of
character on the pitch. Yeah.
yeah. So
No,
yeah,
Rishi, that's yeah. Go on. Sorry.
yeah. No, I was going to say CSK. If any team in the IPL really thrives on showmanship and crowd involvement, it is CSK. So they're very both of them are very important players for us in that way.
No, no, absolutely. And history says it all. You've won 3 titles.
Yeah.
Um, Last question from me, from Sales Cost, would be league position finish according to you.
See, I'm pretty sure we'll get into the playoffs. I don't have any doubt in that. That's like our. It's a given. Like I don't think that too this year. With the slow pitches and the number of spin bowlers we have, I
Yeah,
think it's we get very easily into the playoffs for sure. I wouldn't put it past us to be uh, table toppers this year again. So I think we'll definitely get into the playoffs with our bowling attack. The same way Punjab and KKR did in the 2014 IPL. They
yeah.
literally used their spinners and won every game. So I think that is what we're going to do this year too.
Okay, my prediction is also CSK in the top four just because of personally this season. People will talk about Raina Harbhajan, but I would say their bowling lineup is actually very, very strong, and they have good backup also. And Josh Hazelwood, they have Karan Sharma also.
Karan,
So
Karan Sharma, Mitchell Santner.
yes,
So
Santner's
we
also
have some
there.
good backup. Yeah, so
Yeah,
like one of the main reasons why I had like so Sam Curran, Deepak Char, Dwayne Bravo, they're all similar kind of bowlers, but
yeah.
they all have two good off cutters which the batsman will get very irritated by. They come running all the way from the back, but by
And
the
then
time the
they'll
ball comes, the batsman will be like, "Come, the ball is
yeah.
not coming to us itself." So
And it's difficult in the death overs to face bowlers like Dwayne Bravo and Sam Curran because Dwayne Bravo mixes his pace up really well. So if you have 10, 12 or 13 runs per over required, you have to literally, you have to take a couple of risks and over at least.
yeah.
You need a couple of boundaries and over at least. So that way Bravo comes in handy and he's an IPL CSK stalwart, I would say. For so many years he's been performing well for the team.
Yeah, I'd say Bravo became a very good death bowler only because of Thala, because Thala kept trusting him with bowling the death ever since he
Yeah,
got into CSK, which no other team did. So only after seeing us, they found out that Bravo can bowl in the death. So he's one of our handiest players, and that's why it was really tough to leave him out of the 11, even though the squad composition wasn't like
yeah.
too normal. So that's why he's a very handy player for us. So I think he'll do really well this season. The last time it happened in the UAE, he missed the whole season. Remember, he got an injury.
Yeah.
So this season, I think he'll do very well in the UAE.
Thank you, Rishi. Thanks for joining us. And we will come to know if Chennai will be doing Whistle Podu on the pitch or not. And the fans like Rishi would be doing Whistle Podu or not. And thank you for joining us, Rishi. Thanks for taking out your time. And thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And take care.
Yeah. And Chennai Super Kingsக்கு பெரிய whistle போடுங்க.
Perfect ending. Thank you, Rishi. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.